Idly Ho Cultist. Welcome to another episode of the Eat Me Lunchtime Weekday podcast thingy, video, live stream, whatchamacallit. This is episode 8. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to watch the previous episodes if you haven't. And then, like I said, every weekday at lunchtime, I'll do another one. Noon Eastern, by the way. So today, I wanted to talk to you about how you can take ideas that you have for content, courses, training, whatever, and turn it into much deeper, many more pieces of content, and sort of spread that content out into a regular publication strategy without becoming boring or routine and losing the interest of your audience. So the way I normally put together ideas myself is I use mind maps, and for those not familiar, a mind map is a note-taking strategy, I guess, where you start with one main idea and then that idea branches off into like multiple sub-ideas, and then you can break it down that way as many times as you need to. So lots of times I'll have a big idea. I'll write it down as the main node on a mind map. I use software on my phone and on my iPad, but you can do it on paper just as easily. I'll start with the big main idea, and then I branch off into the sub-ideas, and basically any sub-idea that can't be broken down into That's me. Sorry, my food just got here. Thank you so much. No worries. Thank you. It's meat pies, by the way. Australian meat pies and Marietta. Anyways, any of the sub-ideas that can't be displayed or explained in like a bite-sized 2-minute chunk get further broken down into smaller ideas. And what you'll find is that with this, you can take what seems like a simple idea, and you're not just padding it because you're breaking it down into smaller and smaller concepts. So it's not like you're adding filler that doesn't add any value. You're actually breaking things down and making them easier and more thoroughly explained. Once you get it down to a little elemental piece, those single sub-ideas make good social media posts. They can be good email seeds. They can be very short weekday idea videos, for example. Plenty of content can come from those little sub-ideas, but the value of using this technique is that it creates a perception, and I hinted at this in the title of the post, it creates a perception that you're holding back so much more than the little trickle that you're letting out, because you have so many little tidbits and little insights and little angles on ideas that other people would just list as a single idea and then stop. So over time, the more you do this, you develop a reputation that you have a very deep, very broad, very detailed understanding of your field, in a way that other people seem that, well, they feel like they can't approach it. They feel like you must obviously think about it a lot more and dig a lot deeper, and really it's just an on-paper exercise that lets you create that kind of information. But to them it seems like okay, maybe back again. We'll see how that worked. It said it paused for a weak connection, so I'll try and wrap it up. It seems to your audience that the information that you're sharing is a trickle of what must be a huge repository of knowledge held back behind a dam, like a reservoir, and you are basically just holding back all of this immense value. And that makes people want to stick around. It keeps them curious. It keeps them interested in what you're going to say next. On top of that, you can take all of these ideas, like we said, and you want to create a variety of media for people to absorb. So go multimedia, do videos, do audio, do text-based stuff, do emails. Try and put yourself in as many different mediums as possible with these little ideas, because you never know how somebody's going to find you and what of yours they're going to consume. And you want to create a lot of different modalities, because what if somebody reads a bunch of your posts and starts getting bored, and then they discover you have a bunch of videos, or vice versa. It gives people a richer experience, and again, it creates this perception that you are a vast repository of knowledge, and you are just dropping little tidbits and little pieces here and there. So what do you think happens in their mind when you say, hey, do you want to buy a full training course from me, or a consulting session, or hire me to do these services for you? They have the feeling that you're obviously a preeminent provider and expert and authority on that field, because they've seen all these little snippets that you've done that hint at a much larger valuable store of knowledge that you represent. So try it. I obviously do it myself, and it will work for you the way it's worked for me. I can't see why it wouldn't, unless you're ugly or dumb. Then it won't work as good. Thanks for joining me. I will see you tomorrow for another episode of Eat Me. This has been Colin from the Cult of Copy. Thank you. And if you like this, click follow, like the Cult of Copy PR page, and please, if you know someone who would value this, share the video with them and tell them where they can get more. Muchas gracias. Adios.